Hey folks, Brad LeDrew here at Western GM in Drumheller, Alberta, Canada, and today we're looking at our very first 2021, the all-new, fully redesigned Buick Envision, then the all-new trim level, you can see it, the all-new Avenir. So let's start by popping the hood. Let's go on over here and down low here, and focus up. Again, just pull her once. All you're going to do is put your hand in here and slide to the right. And you can see we've got the shocks on both sides. So pretty straightforward stuff. It is a bit breezy, I apologize. Really quickly, if you're not familiar with the Envision line, it's available in 3 trim levels. Your Preferred, available in front or all-wheel drive, your Essence, and your Avenir. Obviously, we're showcasing the Avenir right now. And it's available in 1 engine with 1 transmission, which is a LSY 2-liter turbo Ecotec 4-cylinder, putting out 228 horsepower and 258 foot-pounds of torque at 1,500 RPMs. Now, again, all paired with the same 9-speed automatic transmission with overdrive and driver shift control, 1,500 pounds of towing, and again, what everybody loves, you've got your intelligent active twin clutch all-wheel drive system. So what's unique or cool about active twin clutch intelligent all-wheel drive that's in the Buick Envision line is that you can send your torque front or rear to any individual tire 100% of the vehicle torque. So if only this tire or only that tire has traction, it'll send 100% of vehicle torque to that wheel, which is amazing. And then as you get moving, and let's say the opposite wheel on the other side now has traction, it'll transfer power left or right to that in the rear, or left or right in the front. So again, none of our competitors are doing that sort of stuff. Most of them have just a all-wheel drive that can send up to 50% of power to the back wheels. And if one of those spins, you just lost all that torque. So pretty cool stuff. Now, when we look at the Envision, everything's LED, daytime running lights, all that sort of stuff, headlights, high beams. It's running the IntelliBeam headlight, which is your automatic high-low beams as you're driving on the road, and LED tail lights as well. You get the exclusive waterfall grille, obviously, and front end in this Avenir trim. Looks really, really good. You also have this exclusive wheel that you can only get on the Avenir as well. It's a 20-inch wheel with a pearl nickel finish. Interesting stuff. Moving on down. I think I did a previous video here, and I pulled up to the pumps in the white Envision, and I didn't realize that the fuel door was on the passenger side. So don't be like me. Passenger side, fuel door. Okay, then you got to go do a 180 in the lot. So pretty neat stuff. All trim levels, including the Avenir, they all come with a programmable power liftgate with LED projection logo. And of course, it's daytime, so you're not going to see that projected logo right now. So otherwise, we'll just push it under here. The Avenir comes with this privacy cover as well. Okay, that's exclusive to the Avenir. You've got your donut inside. Again, a lot of our competitors in this product, they only have a tire inflator kit, so nice thing. Front license plate holder here as well, depending on your province or state. Your lights back here, you can see you got your plug-in or your power port here as well for a cooler. You got your cutouts on both sides here for your golf clubs, so you can still fit your golf clubs in on an angle as well. Okay, again, we want to close it up. I'm going to touch once. Now again, with the modern key system, if you take a look, so focus. So again, you could double tap to open your hatch, double tap to remote start, panic alarm is there. But again, when you have this in your purse or in your pocket, when you walk up, you touch this button once, it unlocks just this door. If you double tap it, it'll open up all 5 doors. Now going into the Avenir, really nice and spacious in the back here as well. I'm going to show you. I've got that front seat set perfectly comfortable for me. I'm 6'2", and you can see here I've just got over 4 fingers of knee room. My feet go right up and under the seats. You can see the premium carpeting in the Avenir, and again, you've got your heated rear seats in your Avenir. You've got your USB-C, USB, and also you've got an optional power plug-in port here as well. And you can see your armrest here is perfect height for a bigger person or a full-size adult. So again, very, very comfortable for 4 big adults. Definitely easy to put a couple car seats or booster seats back here and have 3 kids or teenagers in the back. You can see you've got the pop covers here for your anchors as well. Pretty cool stuff. Just a quick overview inside the driver's side. It is a bit breezy and it is a little bit misty rain coming down, so I apologize. So I'm going to show you some other really cool stuff. So when you go into the Avenir, you can see this textured real wood paneling inside, and it looks really good and it feels nice too. You can see all these soft touch materials down here and on the doors and the double stitching. Looks really, really nice. Again, your power memory seats. You can see your power door locks, power mirrors, power windows, your power hatch, your power lift gate. And again, you've heard me say this before. Push it to open and you can set it to max or 3/4. And let's say if you're in a parkade, you don't want it at the max because it's going past the body line, whereas 3/4 is going to be level with your body. So again, heaven forbid you don't scratch up your lift gate. When you go to the Avenir, you get standard 9-speaker Bose premium audio system, which is, it pounds, it sounds great. And again, exclusive to the Avenir, you also have your, on both sides, you have your 8-way power driver's seat with your 4-way power lumbar support, but you have this button here, and this button is also your massaging seat in the Envision. So again, if you have some of those back issues, it's kind of nice. It'll help rub that out and make it feel nice. You can see right here, we've got our automatic headlights, and also you've got your HUD, your heads-up display and information. So I'm just going to get in real quick. I'm just going to miss the windows here. So the heads-up display is that projection right there, and I can change that, what we see here. So now it's got the radio stations and the compass, or say as you're driving around, your speed and your RPMs. Pretty cool stuff. I'm going to go down, and also inside this vehicle you can see you've got the nice trimmed steering wheel, full leather with all the nice chrome accenting. Looks nice. You've got really nice piano black all around the vehicle. Open up your center console. You've got your wireless charging pad here as well. And I'm going to turn down that radio a little bit. So you got your buttons on the back of the steering wheel for your radio as well. But really quick, you've got the new 10-inch, obviously Buick infotainment system. And guess what? It looks very familiar because again, this is the same sort of system that GM's running in all their different vehicles because it's so intuitive, it's so easy to use, it's beautiful, it's colorful, and again, just a smidgen bigger than it used to be. And again, you look at the cockpit is kind of turned towards the driver. Really, really nice. I really like that. And so real quick with your infotainment system, you got a home button here and you got a home button here. And whenever you push that button, it's going to go to this screen or to this screen. So again, this is your split screen with your radio and whatnot and some of your map navigation. Hit your home button here is showing you a lot of your different apps. We can click navigation, hit home, go to audio, go into satellite radio, home, scroll across, click camera. You can see standard is your high definition surround vision camera with your front or your rear camera as well. Home, you're back here. And of course, one of the things that people love about the Envision and our other Buick product is your air ionizer inside the vehicle. And new for this year, they have a filter quality. So it's telling you the parts per million that you're currently inhaling inside the vehicle. And it'll let you know when it's not good and when you need to change your filter. Pretty cool stuff. And again, you know, there's a lot of people that suffer from allergies and that sort of thing. So can you imagine just being in your vehicle driving around as kind of an oasis, even though there's, say, dust and dirt blowing in the air on the grid roads, or, you know, let's say there's trees pollinating and blooming. And that's, for me, that's when the trees bloom. That's when I get a little bit of a runny nose and an itchy throat and itchy eyes, worst of all, for about 2 or so weeks here in Alberta. But really quick, really easy to use infotainment system. And again, you've got some cool things like your Amazon Alexa to start your vehicle, Spotify, Glimpse, letting your family know where you are at all times, which is what Glimpse does, which is cool. And then, of course, you've got Apple CarPlay, Android Auto like the previous generation, but what's new is now it's wireless. So you don't have to plug in your phone to charge it. And you also, in this model, you don't have to plug it in to use Apple CarPlay or Android Auto because it's now wireless. Moving on down, you can see some more options here. So we've got our heated or cooled seats. So again, we're going to go down 3 levels of cool. Okay. And if we go up, you got your heat. And again, 3 levels of heat, and it's all back and bum, which is nice. You can set your climate control. You can sync it on or off, so you can have different, obviously, temperature from left to right, passenger driver's side. And then moving down here, I already mentioned you've got the wireless charging mat. You've got your SD card navigation, USB-C, USB, and an old-style power port here as well. Moving down, you've got your auto start-stop, so you can have on or off hill descent control, again, which will help when you're going down hills with your transmission holding its gear and stuff to help slow you down. And then you've also got your lane keep assist with your lane departure warning. So this vehicle will actually steer you back in your lane as long as the front camera system up here can see the painted lines and the camera system is working with those painted lines. Moving on over as well, you've got your traction control, stability control. You've got your park assist sensors right here, your beep, 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 beep sensors. And then you've got this button here, which when I press it, you'll see it will auto parallel park for you. So again, it's showing you how to set up. What side are you going to, the right side, the left side? Are you parallel or are you perpendicular? And again, this screen will show you where to go, and then the car will take over and it will turn its wheel and parallel or perpendicular park you. Pretty cool. I'm just going to hit the home button here, push it one more time to deactivate it, and you're good to go. Also brand new for the all-new Envision is this, again, we mentioned before, 9-speed automatic transmission, but this is the new electronic precision shifter. So again, some people are not comfortable. I've had questions before about like electronic shifters, or even say some of the Jeep or Ram products that have the dial. And one of the things that GM does differently than the other guys is, again, they just think about scenarios where, let's say you're not familiar with this, and you're in drive, and I'm moving, I'm driving ahead, you can see here, and you just come to a stop, and you just turn off the vehicle. Well, guess what? It automatically puts itself in park. It'll even put the emergency brake on if it detects a bit of an angle. Just get back in, start up the vehicle. So again, you don't have to worry about hitting the P or making a mistake and the vehicle rolling on you or anything like that. When you pull up on the reverse, you know you're in reverse because, again, the full high-definition backup camera screen will come up as well. And again, when you're in drive and you are moving, you can use your plus-minus paddle shifters here as well, and you'll see where it says D1 there. So again, you can select your transmission gears as you're driving. I'm just going to hit P again. Here you can see your emergency electronic brake as well. And then we've got this mode button. So real quick, I'm going to switch hands here. So when we push that mode button, you'll see we've got touring. So touring is your most common mode. So again, that's going to be in front wheel drive only, getting you the best possible fuel economy. Push it a second time, it goes into all wheel drive, so normal all wheel drive mode. And then in your sport mode. So when you're in your sport mode, it actually shifts quicker. Your throttle response is snappier. Your turbo is ready and willing, and it feels very, very snappy. It's a noticeable driving difference. And then you've got your off-road mode. So again, you're probably thinking to yourself, who's driving a nice luxury vehicle like this Buick Envision on, gravel roads or muddy roads? And some people do. We're in Alberta. There's hundreds of thousands of miles of gravel roads all over Alberta. And guess what? A lot of those farm families are driving a nice luxury vehicle like this Buick Envision. And this is one of the things that's great about it, is you can have it in this all-weather, I should say, this off-road mode. And it's, again, changing the shift points of your transmission. It's your all-wheel drive system is sending power to all the wheels. So again, it's transferring that power front to back or left to right in those wheels to give you the best possible traction. Okay. And I'm just going to put it into your normal all-wheel drive mode here. You can see your center console armrest. So when we push a button right here, opens up inside. Okay, moving on up. We can see we've got the programmable garage door opener. The sunroof is standard on the Avenir, and you can see, actually they call it a moonroof, and it's a panoramic moonroof. Huge, lets in lots of light, feels nice and airy. And again, I'm just going to scroll down. That's my beautiful hair, thank you, or lack thereof. And this is your kind of bezel-less rear view mirror. But when you flip this little switch, now it's a rear. You can see the difference. Like if I just try to move this camera so you can see a little bit outside the back, and then I flip this button, and now it's using that panoramic rear view mirror camera at the back of the vehicle. You can see how much more there is in your vision, and it's a really, really nice feature. There's buttons right here as well, so I'll try to navigate this for you, but you push this button once and you can change your brightness, plus or minus. Hit the button again, you can go to your zoom. So do you want to zoom this in closer, or do you want it to be out a little bit more? So you can see you can customize this a little bit as well, and then you can also tilt it, so you can see here. So now it's pointing more down versus up. So really, really handy thing that I love about the Envision Avenir. Really cool. And another thing that's really cool and also can be incredibly annoying, I thought, you know, I'm just fooling around with this. I haven't went to GM training yet. Hasn't been offered. So some of you might know more about this than I do, and that's cool. But I thought this was really interesting. This is the first GM vehicle I've experienced this with, which is standard, it's on. So when you go into settings here, and you see it's on vehicle, there's system, apps, and vehicle. Sorry, system, apps, and vehicle. And if we go buckle to drive, if I turn that on, okay, it will now not let me shift into reverse or into drive because I don't have my seatbelt on. So kind of a cool thing if you have a teenager or whatnot driving a vehicle, and obviously you don't want them to be driving the vehicle without their seatbelts on. But again, I'm on a dealership lot, and we're often just hopping in a car and quickly just lining them up or moving them for snow removal. And it's incredibly annoying to be able to reach over and buckle up every single time you get in a vehicle. But I get the point of its safety feature, and I like that that's an option you can have on or off. Some cool things that a lot of times I don't talk about, but you've got your rear seat reminder. So again, heaven forbid you have a little one in the back or a puppy, and you are so flustered or whatever else, you go and turn off your vehicle and you get out. Well, when you turn off the vehicle, if you open those back rear doors, you would have a DIC message here that says rear seat reminder, and it chimes at you 3 times. And it's just letting you know that maybe you threw a suitcase back there, maybe you threw a kid in there. So it's just another extra reminder for safety when it comes to something like that with a little one or a puppy inside the vehicle. And then you can see you've got your climate control options in here. You've got your collision detection systems. So again, you've got all the latest technology, your safety alert vibrating seat, your forward collision alert and braking, your front pedestrian detection with alert and braking, your adaptive cruise control. So again, if you're on the highway, you're on the number 1 and your cruise is set at 110, if somebody in front of you starts slowing down for, say, construction and comes to a complete stop, so will this vehicle. And as they accelerate, this vehicle will accelerate ahead as well. You've got your lane change alert, you've got rear cross traffic alert, and like I mentioned before, your lane keep assist, right? Pretty cool stuff. And then going back, I'm just going to hit the home button, and we're back into the normal sort of stuff. Like I said, split screen. And you know what? I don't always talk about it, but of course, all of our vehicles have OnStar as well. And OnStar is awesome. We've had 4G LTE Wi-Fi in our vehicles since 2014. So again, if you're a business person or you're on a long trip like myself, when I go on long trips with our kids, I always subscribe to OnStar and get some extra data so my kids can watch YouTube and whatnot on their iPads as we're driving on the highway, and it's not eating up my phone data, which costs more. That's one thing that OnStar does. The second thing OnStar does is, of course, your SOS function. So again, if you push this button, you're on the line with a trained EMT who can help you with delivering a baby, anything like that sort of thing. But also it's got active monitoring. So if your vehicle's stolen, they can slow it down and bring it to a stop. Or heaven forbid, you're in a collision and it detects that the airbags went off or something. And they will call the vehicle. And if you don't answer, they will call 911 and get emergency services right out to you. So that's a second big thing with OnStar. And the third and final thing OnStar does is having the app on your phone. And then you can control your vehicle, you can set destinations, you can check your tire pressures, you can check your fuel levels, you can check all kinds of different things, your oil life, all from your app, and you can start your vehicle, unlock your doors from anywhere in the world as long as you have access to the internet. So pretty cool stuff. 3 things OnStar does nowadays. And, you know, don't know if I mentioned the Avenir stitching in the headrest, which looks nice. But again, this is an all new color. You've got the Rich Garnet Red Metallic. So really sharp looking color, a really dark maroony, I don't want to say purple because some people don't like purple, but it's a really nice, deep red, purpley red color. And if you notice with the Avenir, you know, everything's kind of a little bit blacked out in the headlights and the taillights, as opposed to being like some orange and white in there, which I really like. And there's no red. Same thing with the front headlights. Sharp looking vehicle. But there you go, folks. Like, share, comment, all that sort of stuff. It's another One Take Shoot here from Brad LeDrew at Western GM in Drumheller, Alberta, Canada. And again, appreciate your time. Cheers.